Hello, good evening, and welcome to another installment of Sleep by Definition, where the goal is to help you fall asleep as I read from the Oxford Concise English Dictionary, edition 5, from some time ago. Please do mind the cats that may be purring, as they find it quite interesting as I read from the dictionary. I will say that if you did watch the first episode, that I seem to break character and get excited when I didn't myself know the definitions of words per se and thought that was interesting. I'm going to try my best to stay calm and collective as I read to you to help you fall asleep, as that is the goal of this series. So, let's continue on from where we left off in the first series installment, which was with the word abeam, which we described, which was on a line at right angles to a ship's or an aircraft's length. A bed was the next word, and we actually stopped there as we got tired, which was somewhat ironic, I suppose. Well, irony is really not the right definition for what that was, but a bed, maybe it subconsciously made me tired and I decided to go to bed myself. The next word is a bell, A-B-E-L-E, and it means the white poplar, ultimately from Latin, the white poplar. I will say that it is quite hard for me to maintain myself and not get excited, because I do surprisingly find this to be quite the exciting adventure. Hopefully you don't, and you are just inclined to drift off into a peaceful sleep, as that is the goal of this endeavour. The next word is abelia, A-B-E-L-I-A, a hardy evergreen shrub of the genus Abelia honeysuckle family. The next word is abelian, math of a group, having members related by a commutative operation, i.e. A times B equals B times A, named after Niels H. Abel, Norwegian mathematician, 1829. Please excuse me. The next word is Aberdeen Angus, an animal of a Scottish breed of hornless black beef cattle. This breed, former Scottish countries where the breed originated. The next word is aberrant, diverging from the normal type, departing from an accepted standard. Aberrant. That's a good word. Then we have aberration, a departure from what is normal or accepted or regarded as correct. That's interesting. Aberration. Some might call this an aberration. I personally probably would if someone else were doing it, but as it is me, I am quite happy to say that I regard it as right, so to speak. The next word is abet, A-B-E-T, in aid, encourage or assist an offender or offence, to abet something or someone, to aid or assist an offender or offence. Excuse me as I sip from my tea. I too am to go to bed as soon as I finish this episode. We are up to the word abetter, A-B-E-T-T-E-R. One who abets. This is where I would usually become excited at how silly I think it is that they feel the need to include such a word like this in the dictionary, because it seems so obvious. However, I shall maintain my calm. One who abets. I mean, come on, really. The next word is A-B-E-Y-A-N-C-E. Abeyance. Abeyance? Abeyance. It's a cool word, and it means a state a state of temporary disuse or suspension. Abeyance, a state of temporary disuse or suspension. Not quite sure I understand that. Regardless, let us move on, because the next word is a nice word. It's a word I use and I quite like. The word is abhor. Please excuse my cat as he seems to sit right in front of the camera. Here, his name is Storm. He's a very cute little man. I've recently started calling him Stormin the Foreman, as he has grown from such a little kitten into a proud young man that he is, and he has earned the name Stormin the Foreman. Hey, good man. Okay, back to the word abhor. Abhor. To detest, regard with disgust and hatred. Detest, regard with disgust and hatred. You abhor something. I abhor this, or I abhor that. Whether it be right, whether it be wrong, you may abhor anything that you don't like, that you detest or regard with disgust and hatred. Abhorrence is disgust or detestation, detested thing. Abhorrent is inspiring disgust, repugnant, hateful, detestable. Abhorrent. Oh, that was abhorrent, he said, as he found something disgusting, repugnant, and detestable. Abide. Tolerate, endure, to abide by. Act in accordance with the law. Abide. Ability. Capacity or power. Ability. One's capacity or power. Ab initio. From the beginning. Ab initio. from the beginning. Abiogenesis, the formation of living organisms from non-living substances. I have to say that in the dictionary there are many words that kind of, well, for lack of a better phrase, suck balls. Honestly, they are a bore and they suck. But then you get to a word like abiogenesis, which is the formation of living organisms from non-living substances, and you're like, that is a pretty cool word. I like that word, and I may in fact use it in the future, you say to yourself. Or in this case, I'm telling myself this as I record this. The next word is ABIU. Not sure how to pronounce that at all. I'm not even going to try. ABIU. And that is a caramel flavored yellow skinned fruit. Jeez, I really almost lost the maintenance there of my calm in this video. Abiu. It's a caramel flavored yellow skinned fruit. Does anybody think that I sort of sound like Will Ferrell? Because I kind of think I sound like a mixture of Will Ferrell and some other people that I cannot think of currently. Maybe David Attenborough? I do not know. The next word is abject. ABJECT. Miserable, wretched, degraded, self-abasing, humble, despicable. I gotta say, I don't really understand that word. Abject. First meaning, miserable, wretched. Okay, that was one meaning. I didn't see that there was a second number there. The second meaning was degraded, self-abasing, humble, which I don't quite understand, as I've never thought that humble was related to degraded or self-abasing. Regardless, let us carry on. The third definition, by the way, is despicable. To be abject. I'm not sure about that. Regardless, let us carry on. Abjure. ABJURE. Formal renounce on oath. An opinion, cause or claim, etc. A formal renounce on oath is an abjure. Ooh, we come up to an interesting word here. ABKHAZIAN. Abkhazian. A native or inhabitant of Abkhazia, an autonomous territory in NW, Georgia. I did not know that that was a place that existed on Earth. As they say, you learn something new every day. What am I going to learn today? Ablation. The surgical removal of body tissue is an ablation. Ablaut. ABLAUT. A change of a vowel in related words or forms. That's quite an interesting word, ablaut. A change of vowel in related words or forms. Ablaze, A-B-L-A-Z-E, on fire. Quite simple. Another simple word, able, having the capacity or power, having great ability. You are able to do something. Perhaps that's something I shall begin to do, is try and use these words in sentences. Ableism, discrimination in favor of able-bodied people. That is quite interesting. Ableism, A-B-L-E-I-S-M, discrimination in favor of able-bodied people. That's it's like racism, but towards able-bodied people, or against, in favor of able. Discrimination in favor. Why does it not say discrimination against disabled bodied people? One might wonder. I certainly do. Regardless, let us carry on. A bloom, blooming in flower. A blush, blushing. Ablution, the ceremonial washing of parts of the body or sacred vessels. That's an interesting one. I had always thought ablution was simply going to the bathroom for number 2, so to speak. Ablution, in fact, is the ceremonial washing of parts of the body or sacred vessels. That's an interesting one. Abnegate, give up or deny oneself. Abnegate, to give up or deny oneself a pleasure, renounce or reject a right or belief. Abnegate, give up or deny oneself a pleasure. To abnegate yourself, that's an interesting one. Here's a word that most of us are familiar with. Abnormal, deviating from what is normal or usual. I do think it should say deviating from what is considered normal or usual. However, who am I to argue with the concise Oxford English Dictionary? I am but a mere mortal. Aboard, on or into, to climb aboard. Abode, a dwelling, a place, one's home. Abolish, put an end to the existence or practice of. To abolish, to put an end to the existence or practice of. Ooh, we are up to a great word, one I quite like. The word is abominable, and it means detestable, loathsome, morally reprehensible. To abominable, detestable. I don't know why the mythical snowman is called abominable. I don't know what is to detest. Does he do something detestable? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why he's loathsome. I don't know why he's morally reprehensible. I also don't know why I keep referring to the abominable snowman as a he, as they might not want to be, or may in fact be, a she. That is quite another conversation, certainly not one for bedtime, so let us move on. I will ask again, Little Storm, that you please try and stay out of the camera as you do your midnight bath time, as cute as it may be. I would probably prefer if you were to do that off screen. Here is my cat's foot, so you can see. Oh, he's stretching. Very sweet. Just so you can see that my arm is in fact stroking a cat, although I do hope that you're not actually watching this, that rather you have drifted off into a deep sleep and will awake refreshed in the morning. As it turns out, it looks as though we've finished page 3 of our dictionary, and we may read a couple more words, but then we will probably take off for the evening and resume in our next installment of Sleep by Definitions for page 4 of the dictionary and onwards. Let us end with the word good night. No, actually let's do a different word. No, good night was good. I do wish upon you sweet dreams and a pleasant sleep, in the hopes that you arise fresh and awakened in the morning. I hope you've enjoyed your time. I hope you've fallen asleep, and once again, sweet dreams and good night.